How are you doing? I am fine, thank you. Let's talk about the census. The census. Census. What is a census? Alright. The government does a survey every 5 years to see how much money you're making and, how many people are there and how many children are there, on and on and on. So, they have census workers who go around and they ask questions. So they will come to your house, knock, knock, knock. They say, "Hey, I am from Census Canada. We are doing our every 5-year census. Would you like to participate?" And you say, "Yes." And then they ask, "How old are you? What do you do for a job? How many kids do you have? How much money do you spend on groceries? Do you like the water in this town? Have you ever been to a movie theater?" On and on and on. And they ask you questions for their statistics so they know what's going on, because the government likes to spy on people. Now, that's a census. Well, what could they find out about the census? Well, they could find out how many people are in Generation X. Generation X. What is Generation X? Generation X is a word that is used for anyone who was born between 1965 and 1976. So if you were born between 1965 and 1976, which would make between the ages of 36 and 45, so if you're between 36 and 45, you are Generation X. Now, if you were born between 1946 and 1964, you're a baby boomer. A baby boomer. Now, when were baby boomers born? Between 1946 and 1964. So if you were born in 1946, that means you are 64 years old. If you were born in 1964, that means you're 36 plus 10, 46 years old. So if you're between 46 and 64, you are a baby boomer. And that can all be found in the census. The census. So, what else can they find out? If they find out that your city has grown to having over 100,000 people, then they say that you are a metropolitan area. Metropolitan. Metropolitan means a city with more than 100,000 people. Lots of cities are metropolitan. Vancouver, Toronto, Singapore, Tokyo, Seoul, Johannesburg, Sydney. All of those cities have more than 100,000 people. So, they are metropolitan areas. Yes! Now, a census can also find out different people from different places. How many people from India do you have? How many people from Japan? How many people from Ghana? How many people from Brazil? On and on. That is ethnic diversity. Ethnic diversity. What is ethnic diversity? Well, ethnic means from a different place. Diversity means different. So how many from a different place, different people are there? How many people from Japan? Oh, maybe 1,000. How many people from India? Maybe 2,000. How many people from South Africa? Maybe 500. How many people from Australia? Maybe 87 people. That is all determined by the census. Remember, Generation X is if you're born between 1965 and 1976. Generation Baby Boomer is between 1964 and 1946. The metropolitan area has over 100,000 people in it. And ethnic diversity means lots of different people from different places.